in the AFC title game. This divisional round contest is on. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
Things just continue to favor him and his teammates so far this postseason. Kate, so much momentum coming off that wild card win and now being able to play once again at home. Things we know, they only get tougher from here, and the start of this game will be an awfully big one at home.
And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
Catch is made down the right sideline. A pickup there of 39. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. He doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Running once more with Henry. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. Good hit, but sure would have loved for it to have come earlier. So he gets forward a bunch and gets him the first down. It's a pickup of 11, and that'll be first down, Baltimore.
Danger, King. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Going to the ground again on first. The turnaround these last 2 plays, huh? Nice gain on 1, and now they get it behind the line.
That's a pretty good look right there at the struggle offensive linemen have. Athletically, they're just not as fast as these linebackers, and if they don't win early, those linebackers outrun them and make a play like that behind the line.
Changing it up here, Jackson. He'll set up the screen for Henry. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Jackson now on 3rd. This throw is caught. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter, but they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Now a field goal try coming up by the Ravens. A very short kick here from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And the opening drive, the game ends in 3 points.
Well, that's a good start to this one, Kate. Not just individually for the kicker to be accurate in his first kick, but to really invigorate this home crowd and take that lead on the opening drive.
The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Here's Smith on the return. Things going well so far. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. So we'll see the Broncos offense now for the first time. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
There's not a guy on the field today who doesn't want to play his best football on one of the biggest stages. But in particular, this QB, he was on fire a week ago with 3 touchdowns, and he knows an effort like that again could put him in the conference title game.
They run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. Jukes one defender. And they get to him a good ways downfield from that line of scrimmage.
You want to drain some of the excitements of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
down, and they go right back to it. Has it another lane. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, the best of them take advantage of it.
Dobbins on first and goal. So some defensive initiative in that goal-to-go block. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up.
I think this is the part where they run away, Kate. As in run away from that monster. He's just too strong a presence to try to block them inside, and that time, it cost him some yards.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack going to cost them some yardage. So from outside the red zone now. Here's third and goal. Nix from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down.
How many times, Kate, do we see those routes, horizontal east-to-west routes, just get that first down on these critical third down situations? It takes tremendous eyes, tremendous speed, and a tremendous want-to by the defense to stop that short. In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35. The Ravens offense returning to the field for their second possession. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And that is exactly what you're looking for on a first down run. He picked up 7.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
So that's the end of one in this AFC divisional round contest. Both teams neck and neck so far. Back to the bank in just a moment. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They have it on second and short. From the 43. The left side caught by Andrews. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Flying down the middle with Henry. No one around. He's got space. And progress finally halted after he picks up a chunk.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want to open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
There's a tight end in motion now. First down, and they go back to Henry. And he's going to take this only to about the 31. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up second and 8.
It's second and 8.
Another run for Henry. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with third down and 5.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up third and 5.
Lamar now from the gun. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. Dre Greenlaw picks it off. Well, great team defense here. Somebody hit him in there, caused that pass to float on him a bit, and it gave the linebacker time to race in and make the interception.
And you know what team stands for, right? T-E-A-M. Together, everyone achieves more. It took all of them together. It took that rush to impact the quarterback. It took that linebacker to deliver on the other end, a critical takeaway.
And he'll be met near the line to limit the game to a yard. Travis Jones, the man in on that tackle. Need a better result than that last run. It's second and 8. From the 29. The throw finds Evan Ingram. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
I may love watching motion, a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack them, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. So good work to help reset those chains.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Shotgun handoff to Harvey. And he works this to the 38 before going down. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space with the lanes are open. A little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole. This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back sorry. We did not give you any chance.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. The Broncos could break this tie for a halftime lead. 2nd and 10 now. Complete to Mims. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
1st and 10. It's Harvey. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. That one finds his man, Ingram. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Catch is made in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Once more, it's Nix. And he will score. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos take the lead just before halftime. You always tell me, Brock, it is a whole different world here. Running routes, working in confined spaces, instead of having that whole field to spread out a defense.
Oh, spot on, Caden. Some players, that's the world they thrive in. Finding windows where windows shouldn't exist and then being ready for the throw to arrive. It happens so fast. Trusting your quarterback to make the right read and get it to you.
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Broncos break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Has this at the 6. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner. And this gets out to the 30. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. Just 25 seconds remaining as they get all set up for 1st down. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. It's completed right side. And he will not get any further, but plenty of progress already. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
1st and 10.
Motioning him from the slot right. Throwing now on 1st down, it's Jackson. Short pass brought in. And this one doesn't go far. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 41. Shoveled Takes this forward a little to about the 39. Brandon Jones up to the stop. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. So now here's 3rd and 5. Again, it's Jackson to the air. Offense isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
Brings up 4th down. Jordan Stout in punt formation.
So we have a one-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away. No need for halftime. We'll just keep it right here and get started with the 3rd quarter. Half the battle complete, Brock, as we resume play here. A spot in our AFC Championship on the line. Here's Smith on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Denver offense now with the football first to begin quarter number 3. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job. But I just showed you I could do yours.
Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at their 48-yard line.
Next, quick out wide, complete. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
That one's out and cut on the right side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Knicks now on 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. Running in the red zone. And this one's brought to an end well downfield from that line of scrimmage.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end. You give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. He outruns defense to make it a much bigger game.
Big play sets him up pretty here with 1st and goal from the 5. Run here, it's Harvey. And he's in for the touchdown. The Broncos grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, next to kickers, some of our most prolific scorers in league history have been running backs, Brock, and he now tops them all. Most touchdowns in a single season.
Yeah, pretty incredible, Kate. You've got to do it with your legs. You got to do it with your hands. It's why, well, when you're a little kid, when you're playing on the school ground, you figure it out pretty quickly. That dude's elite. That guy can run and score. He's a difference maker, and this guy certainly is.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Starting from the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. Their work really cut out for him now, partner, to follow up that touchdown and get things back to a one-score game. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. They bring a tight end in motion right. 3rd quarter starts with a run from Henry. He gets crushed behind the line and the ball comes out. But I think Raven was able to gain possession there, so they're going to keep the football. After a fortuitous recovery, this will be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Lamar's going to keep this one. And they'll still have some work to do now on 3rd down as he only manages to get past the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 6.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Lester's got it. That's the first down, and he's still going. Keeps it moving. And he has it all the way down to the 30-yard line.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
Toss now to Henry. And they're going to be humbled here on first down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play.
That's some tremendous study right there. That linebacker, it was almost as if he was in the other team's huddle and knew what was coming. He read his keys, he pulled the trigger, and he makes a tackle for loss.
Here's 2nd and 14. He's Marvin won't risk something here. This chucks it away.
Okay, I gotta believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Jackson now, 3rd and long. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
Lost there defensively.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that gets him back to within 11.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. Denver ready for another offensive possession. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. First play in the drive. Here's Harvey. He's brought to a stop after he found plenty of room to run.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
Harvey once more. And he hits the lane for 9 into enemy territory. He gets him 9 on the ground. A good pickup and a 2nd down.
A 9-yard pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. He's brought down after a solid gain on what's going to be the final play of the quarter. Only 1 quarter left before we send one of these teams to the AFC title game. The Broncos with it here, hoping to close out a playoff victory. They're set up at the 35 now. Throwing on first down, Nix. That'll be caught by Troy Franklin. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Off the play fake, here's Nix. Flush down out to his left. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Broncos will have a first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Nix off the play action. He brings it in. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And who knows what was going on there as he's finally brought down for a huge loss.
That's just simply checkmate right there. That is a run blitz into a run play, hitting it before it could get started.
Third and long for him here. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw. Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. A touchdown to field goal's not going to get it done anymore.
And he's brought down just inside the 25. You see the Ravens making their way out now. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And he doesn't slide down, and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
This is Henry on second. Broke through the tackle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Offense in the hurry-up here.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 47.
They send him left out of the slot. First down, here's Lamar. Complete over the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 now. Nowhere to go with it, so Higgins throws it away. Looking for the backpack time. And that makes it 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
From the gun, Jackson. They'll make a big for it on the ground. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
It's a gain of 20. That's good.
From the gun, a run for Henry. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Working quickly here.
That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, Henry. That run good for a handful as it brings up 2nd down.
Tackle made at the 9-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Ravens 14 points back. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. This throw is caught. He's close, but he is stout before he can get to that first down. Picks up 4.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Looking to throw it. And he's not going to get in, but the drive will continue as he does get enough for 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 2. And the
Lamar now from the gun. And down he goes. The Broncos got there. Pressure drives them backwards.
Kate, little good news, bad news, right? Bad news, you take a sack. Good news is you do actually have a few more plays in your playbook. Everybody always says, well, you got more room to operate. No, what you have are now more options with that offense. Now you got to avoid taking a sack to get that ball out of you.
And this is caught for a score, and we are not done here yet. How quickly things can change, partner. The pain from being taken down that prior play, yeah, I imagine that's gone and forgotten now, and it's been replaced by the adrenaline from finding the end zone there.
Yeah, that defense could have certainly used the pass rush from the previous play because that quarterback had plenty of time to scan the field and make a throw. He gets an immediate measure of revenge.
And he'll get into the end zone to make this a one-score game in the 4th quarter. Well, Brock, the run certainly an option as they lined up for 2, but as an offense, what are you looking for when you decide to throw it instead?
Well, you spend all week working on these plays, and usually you have 2 or 3 that you like. That run game, you're right, you can run it. But there's so much more space with creativity in the passing game. And good offenses, elite offenses, they find a way not just to practice it, but to execute it when it matters.
Harvey headed right. And he brought to a stop after he found plenty of room there to run. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone.
Broncos first down.
Staying on the ground here with Harvey. He's off again. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos go up by 12 in the 4th. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
And the Broncos offense isn't leaving the field. Looks like they're going to go for 2.
The Broncos will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Nick's going to try and throw for it. And right back into the end zone he goes. So one play, it's a touchdown. Then the next for 2, and he's extended their lead.
Will Lutz to kick off.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Kickoff taken at the 3. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old school dominance on the way to a touchdown, Brock. Let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around. The drive begins with Henry. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Running once more with Henry. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up.
That's good for a Baltimore.
And he's going to spike it with exactly 40 seconds left on the clock. Just 40 seconds remaining. Here's 2nd and 10. Jackson looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Now to throw. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Okay, that's just one of those situations that is so difficult to be a quarterback in that spot. It's kind of like being a pitcher in a 3-0 count. You just oftentimes don't win. You feel like you got to force the issue, and you force the issue, and interceptions follow.
He takes it up and across midfield into Ravens territory. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 2nd down, give to Harvey. And this one is over. He's got the Broncos the first down, and that should just about button up this victory. So it's a win for the Broncos. And they pulled off the rare and elusive road win in the postseason, which means their journey stays alive another week as they head to the Conference Championship, where they're going to get a shot to punch their ticket to the Super Bowl.